The Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a declaration that was adopted by the United Nations General Assembly on December 10th in 1948 and is part of the International Bill of Human Rights. The following countries voted in favor of the declaration: Afghanistan, Argentina, Australia, Belgium, Bolivia, Brazil, Burma, Canada, Chile, China, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Denmark, the Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Egypt, El Salvador, Ethiopia, France, Greece, Guatemala, Haiti, Iceland, India, Iran, Iraq, Lebanon, Liberia, Luxembourg, Mexico, Netherlands, New Zealand, Nicaragua, Norway, Pakistan, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, the Philippines, 40. Thailand, Sweden, Syria, Turkey, United Kingdom, United States, Uruguay, and Venezuela. That is 48 countries. Article 1 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. Article 2. Everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration, without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Furthermore, no distinction shall be made on the basis of the political, jurisdictional, or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs, whether it be independent, trust, non-self-governing, or under any other limitation of sovereignty. Now, Article 16. 1. Men and women of full age, without any limitation due to race, nationality, or religion, have the right to marry and to found a family. They are entitled to equal rights as to marriage, during marriage, and its dissolution. 2. Marriage shall be entered into only with the free and full consent of the intending spouses. 3. The family is the natural and fundamental group unit of society and is entitled to protection by society and the state. If men and women have the same rights, adult men and women, then they should have the same rights. Period. End of story. Society has created these social constructs, gender roles, and differences that reinforce that there are only two categories of being human, male or female, when in fact that is simply not true. In fact, if I, as a female, have GRS, which is gender reassignment surgery, in a state that allows me to change my gender on my birth certificate, Ohio, Tennessee, and Idaho are the only 3 states that do not allow such changes. I can marry a woman. That is okay, but not if I don't have a penis. Really? If I am a male physically and feel female inside, dress as a woman, live as a woman, I can marry a female. However, I cannot marry a male. Again, in a state that allows me to change my gender on my birth certificate, unless I have GRS. Also, if I am a male, marry a female, and then have GRS, but do not change my gender on my original birth certificate, then my marriage is still valid. However, I can still change my gender on my ID. So, if I particularly like my body exactly as it is, I cannot marry a woman. Here's the catch. Unless I surgically have a penis constructed to be a part of my anatomy. So in conclusion, gender equals what my anatomy, whether born with it or surgically made to exist as part of me, says I am. Again, really? Then if you get into the world of hermaphrodites, which occurs naturally, you get into a whole other sticky subject. See, really what it comes down to, my friend's name, is that no one is justified, whether by right or law, to tell me who I can love and who I can marry. The gender lines are so convoluted and cross other lines of different moralities that line of defense is not working on me anymore. In real life, if the right has been given to a man to marry a woman, then a woman should have the same right that has been given to men. If the right has been given to a woman to marry a man, then that same right should be given to men. In regards to your statement, well, let's use the U.S. as a standard. Rights are founded on a few principles. As a republic, certain laws and rights are supposed to be in effect to protect society and its foundations. Other rights laws are determined to be beneficial to society as a whole, then written into law either by elected officials or propositions. Anyone using that argument to keep same-sex marriages from being legal simply shouldn't. Prohibiting same-sex marriage is already not protecting society or the foundation of marital union in this country. As I have already previously stated, the institution of marriage has already been effed up enough by straight people. That same-sex couples see the institution of marriage as something sacred, I can only see how they would build up the strength of such a union, not tear it down. They cannot possibly make it any worse. So, in any case, that is kind of my argument. And in general, I know I've done a fair amount of research. Maybe there are a few things that are off, but as far as like my quotes go and stuff, I know that such is the case. But I would love to hear back from other people, and I don't expect everybody or anybody really to agree with me, but I know some of you will, and so I'm hoping to kind of just see what's out there and see if anything of what I said needs to be rectified, or really, I really want to see how people that don't agree with me really kind of react intelligently. If you are not going to make a lot of sense, I'm not really going to respond to you, because I'm really interested on an intellectual level of how this makes sense to somebody who doesn't agree with me. And I also want to hear, what people think of, as far as people who do agree with me. I would like to see what their take on what I've said is, if they've heard it all before, or if any or some of it is new, if some of this has made sense to anybody it didn't quite make sense to before. So I'd love to get some vlogs back. I'd love to get some video responses. But really I'm interested in hearing from everybody that has kind of an opinion on the subject. And so I look forward to hearing from you, and maybe I'll be doing more vlogs in the future. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and thank you very much for watching.